e tabua e o si sambe mo rekan roka adoro mo kon tabua ando tele taka na waro na Pula FM namba 2 e na sir
Bula na go ilimo do tele taka na FM na go sa sector to na Pula FM
Bula o tsempo ni valu ngone ni kandabu ni mo kisa o ba chiku na sinu ando tele taka bali na waro na Pula FM na bantu na sir
o lori mai na ga gini suka lambasa to do tele taka na Bula FM na bantu na sir
Bula FM.
Good evening, this is FBC News. I'm Akasita Kale. In this bulletin, Arere residents fear for their lives after continuous robberies and break-ins. Legal Aid Commission to expand its range of services. And Fiji's new trade commissioner to PNG looking forward to taking up the post. A small community in Arere and Asinu are fearing for their lives following numerous robberies and break-ins at their homes for the past 2 months. Residents of Mana Street this afternoon told FBC News they want police to speed up the investigation so the culprits are caught. Tokasa Rainima with this exclusive story.
More than 13 houses which are located along Mana Street in Arere have been a target of robberies and break-ins by some unknown men since November last year. The recent break-in took place on Thursday. Narendra Gandar, whose house was broken into twice, says his family and neighbors are living in fear and they do not know what will happen next.
Last month, once it was broken last month, and then 2 weeks before, they entered again on one of my bottom flat, and they came again on my top flat. The thing is, the first time they came, they took everything, whatever we had. They took everything, but they're coming again. We don't have anything to give.
Another resident, Soko Bokavengu, whose house was broken into on Thursday, says the unknown intruder cut her gate before she entered the house.
I woke up on Thursday around 3 a.m. My phone was still there on the bed with me. So I went to visit the washroom. I came back. You know, it takes a while to go back to sleep, But I think this guy here is using a spray to put you off to sleep because I couldn't remember anything after that. And then I woke up again at 4:20. I didn't find my phone. So I came to the sitting room. My gate is an electric gate. It was fully open. So I thought that somebody must have taken the key from my bag. And then when I started looking for my handbag, it was missing.
Ravin Prasad is concerned of the safety of his wife and children, although they have lodged their complaints with police 3 weeks ago.
In fact, on the 16th of December, around about 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning, they broke into my house. They broke the gate and then went inside and actually sprayed. They may be using some kind of chemical just to make us all sleep, and they ransacked the house almost valued of $16,000 to $17,000.
Police told FBC News today that the complaints from the residents here are with their Internal Affairs Unit and they are investigating. Tokas Renima, FBC News.
Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama will be starting his 5-day tour of the Northern Division tomorrow. He is expected to open the number Walundreketi Highway, hand out small micro-business grants, open water purification projects, and meet with villagers in Reketi and Savu-Savu during the tour. Bainimarama will be accompanied by a government delegation. Government wants the Legal Aid Commission to further expand its services this year. The Commission provides legal services to members of the public by giving advice, providing legal representation in court, and other related services. Eleanor Torangevu reports.
Speaking at the closing of the Legal Aid Commission's 5th Annual National Corporate Staff Training, Attorney General Ayaz Said Kayum says the range of services provided by the Legal Aid Commission is larger now than when it started, and it should continue expanding.
We would like to see some of the services that you provide
that to be expanded even further. Because I'm sure many of you would have faced that some people who do come along to you, they may ask you more about civil matters also. And some of the civil matters, of course, at the moment you do not provide. Some of the civil issues that they face. So we'd like to see a growth in that area in time to come.
The Legal Aid Commission will be increasing its presence around the country with new offices planned for Kandavu, Nambowalu and Rotuma, as well as expanding other existing offices to take its services out to those who need it.
You'd be surprised the type of questions we do get asked. Things that you and I take for granted as knowledge. There are many Fijians who don't know that. And we have to help them to know that. This is the only way Fiji can become modern, the only way that our citizens can become empowered. It is very, very important. The privileges that we have, the access to information that we have, we must ensure that all Fijians have it. It should not matter where they live. It should not matter what level of income they have.
Lieutenant General also pointed out that in order to offer the best services, they must have a good customer service.
Many of these people are desperate. Many of these people don't have anywhere else to go. And even if they had somewhere else to go, anybody that comes over the counter, please talk to them with a lot of courtesy, with a lot of respect, and help them feel comfortable. It is very important. It is very important that we have that level of customer service that so far we have not had in Fiji, generally speaking.
The two-day training for the Legal Aid Commission staff was held at the Intercontinental Fiji Resort and Spa in Natandola. Eleanor Turangaivu, FBC News.
Developing further interest among businesses is one of the major focus areas for Fiji's new Trade Commissioner to Papua New Guinea, Navitalai Tuivuniwai. Ritika Pratap caught up with the commissioner and spoke to him about his immediate plans.
Fiji and Papua New Guinea are the two biggest economies in the Pacific, and Fiji's new Trade Commissioner, Navitalai Tuivuniwai, says the challenge ahead for him is to promote and expand trade and investment between the two countries.
We need to, first of all, increase bilateral trade within the two countries. Most of our products we're buying from countries that are outside the region, and I think it's important that we can also always trade on products and services that are available within the two economies. That should be the key focus.
Apart from creating investment interests between the business owners of both countries, Tuivuniwai says he will also tap into Papua New Guinea's labor market.
Probably bringing some of our workers from Fiji to work in the mining and natural resource sector. Papua New Guinea in the next 5 to 10 years has looked at increasing and also capitalizing on the booming mining economy to also diversify its economy into other potential areas like tourism.
The former Ministry of Finance employee says the Fiji Papua New Guinea Business Council is one of the main vehicles that will help him achieve his targets, and he'll be working closely with them.
In areas of marketing our products, promoting our work, and also updating them on some of the information that they would require on the ground, because in a way I'll be the eyes and ears of the private sector in Papua New Guinea. So it's important that important information get transmitted to our local investors here.
Navitalai Tuivuniwai says the visit by Papua New Guinea's Trade Minister Richard Madu to Fiji this past week comes at the right time, and he is looking forward to his new role. Tuivuniwai will leave for Papua New Guinea next month. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Coming up after the break, more people expected to benefit from government's poverty alleviation program.
And I love Mirchi FM.
Hi, my name is Sonny from Canberra. I love listening Mirchi FM online.
मैं हूँ उर्मिला देवी आसियासी तावा से जितेन शांडिल को और अश्निल को तावा में लॉक कर दिया जाए.
हम लोग यहाँ से कतो कमें मिर्ची FM सुनता है. मिर्ची FM is hot.
I'm Shelly in Tanga Nursery. Mirchi music simply bindas in nursery.
मैं अशफाक वालिल हुसैन मिर्ची FM मेरे नस्ल.
Welcome back. This is FBC News. The Biosecurity Authority of Fiji will be concentrating at improving its services in other parts of the country. Executive Chair Xavier Rias Khan says they aim to provide the same type of services at all BEF facilities. Ritika Pratap reports.
The Biosecurity Authority of Fiji, as part of its social corporate responsibility project, will be relooking at services provided in the north and maritime areas.
We have some funding to basically improve our service delivery in these locations, which is the maritime zone, and on top of that, having presence at the wharfs, all the domestic movement. So domestic movement is an issue for us also. So with the grant, we'll be able to have treatment facilities.
Xavier Rias Khan says they are working at getting office space and personnel located at all ports of entry. Khan says while BEF is being proactive and undertaking projects in terms of service delivery, they are also developing a strategic plan for BEF, known as Biosecurity Management System.
Tailor-made system, basically in terms of facilitation of BEF activities. So how we see BEF is BEF should be able to issue a phytosanitary certificate from the farm in Navua. As the inspection is done, as the container is closed, we expect BEF to release a certificate, which is e-phyto, through electronic mode, and also a hard copy. And in terms of receipting and invoicing, we expect them to receipt and invoice straight away.
Khan says more staff will be recruited in the coming days, as the authority is now becoming a rapid growing organization, which aims to facilitate trade in Fiji. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Government social welfare programs continue to gain momentum. Since the programs were introduced, more and more people continue to sign up and take advantage of the assistance offered. Eleanor Turangeview has more.
More people are expected to benefit from government's poverty alleviation schemes this year. Minister Rosie Akbar says the programs have evolved over the recent years.
The PBS program is a 3-year program. It's a 3-year program that seeks to assist families, and gradually we assist them to graduate. At the moment, the ministry is carrying out a review process to see how best families can be graduated into the welfare scheme.
As of December 2015, 23,235 people are recipients of the Poverty Benefit Scheme. A total of 26,376 people are recipients of the Food Voucher Program.
The Food Voucher Program is a component of the Poverty Benefit Scheme and the Care and Protection Scheme. The Food Voucher has a value of $50 per month, and it is well received with the VAT reduction.
The expanded Food Voucher Program for expectant mothers in rural communities is assisting 3,068 expectant mothers as of last year. Rosie Akbar says they will broaden this program to many more mothers in Fiji.
And this is a monthly food voucher given to pregnant rural women. Two reasons for that. We give the voucher assistance for them to supplement their well-being, especially in terms of health, by buying things that is needed for them. And at the same time, we encourage rural women to register early births.
The Care and Protection Allowance programs have 3,141 beneficiaries. This year, they will be receiving an increase in allowance from $100 to $120. $22 million has been set aside by government for the social welfare poverty alleviation programs this year. Eleanor Turangeview, FBC News.
Fiji's customer service has been ranked as one of the best in the world. An Australian customer service consultant, Richard Coles, who is currently in the country, says a good customer service will enhance workplace relations.
Having visited 55 countries the world over and providing training on customer service, Richard Coles says Fiji is one of the best. The consultant, who has an extensive experience in customer service, says a lot more can be done to further improve this.
I think you've got the basics right, and that is the smile, the natural personalities, the inbuilt friendliness and willingness to help people. Customer service comes from the heart. It's not just a word. It has to be something that you feel, something that you want to do. And I think the Fijians want to do it. However, I have to add to that I think it can be improved.
Coles is in the country conducting customer service and leadership training to a leading company. He has conducted similar trainings for Qantas Airways,
Royal Dutch Airlines, and Emirates Airline, to name a few.
So I think you've got great potential here. I think that we need to tighten up on a few things, a few areas. Training can do that, consulting can do that, changing a little bit of attitude, getting people to realize that seamless customer service across a company is very important.
Cole says he is beginning to spread the news of excellent customer service in Fiji. He is willing to provide training and seminars to companies that need to improve their frontline employees. Senia Nimboila, FBC News.
Our successful Fijian this week features the brain behind the growing Gounder shipping services, George Gounder, whose love for the sea has enabled a growing fleet of ship in our waters. FBC News shares with you the journey of yet another Levuka man whom thousands depend on for sea transportation.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Growing up in the old capital with a business-oriented family, George Gounder had his passion lie in sailing all his life. However, he never dreamt that one day he will be one of Fiji's successful shipping operator, carrying people from island to island. His sailing career started way back when he was a young boy in the 1960s. Having a sailor father who owned a 20-foot shipping vessel that could only carry 10 passengers was the beginning to a lifetime journey.
It was a vessel for our farm in Coral. We have a farm in Coral, and slowly it ventured off into a slightly bigger vessel. It was about 40 foot. It carried about 25 passengers. Then later on he bought a bigger vessel. It was a Tulevuka, where I did my career. I started off in the Tulevuka when I was a bit in a teenage and spent my years on Tulevuka.
Gounder was educated in Levuka from kindergarten right through to Form 5 before he took up a 4-year proprietorship program on marine at the Fiji Institute of Technology, now FNU, in 1980.
I'm a marine engineer. I did my studies at the FIT college in Lodhala when it first opened up. In 1980 I did my apprenticeship with my dad. It's a very small vessel, the engine horsepower was only 98 horsepower, 4-cylinder small engine.
It wasn't a smooth ride for Gounder as his father was put out of business in the 1970s when other bigger shipping vessels came into operation. This is where his passion continued to bloom, watching other sailors from Levuka in competition.
At one stage, 80% of the shipping companies' owners were from Levuka. There were the Pattersons who still exist, there were the Khan families, the Reddy families, the Gounder families. And you got the Wong shipping, they're all from Levuka. So for some reason, Levuka produces sailors out of there, So I don't know, maybe the fish we eat in Levuka or what. So Levuka has been always, I guess go back to the history, was the old capital, where shipping was the main, Levuka was the old port. So I guess Levuka loves to sail.
Gounder got married in 1985 but moved to Canada with his family and worked as an engineer at the British Columbia Ferry Services since 1991, one of the largest passenger ferry line in North America and the second largest in the world. It was during a short trip to Fiji in 2010 when he visited his uncle in Coral Island and discovered that he could give back to his homeland by improving Fiji's shipping services with a new vessel.
I knew a vessel was available from BC Ferries that I worked on it in 91. It was available, it was for sale for 2 years. It was in a maintenance facility, it was there. So I knew where the vessel was, strictly. So I said, okay, now I have an opportunity here, knowing the vessel that I'll bring, the standard of the vessel will be beyond any vessel in Fiji.
He returned to Canada and shared his dream with his family, which received great support. However, he couldn't have achieved this if it wasn't for the government's dual citizen program. Gounder Shipping was established in 2011 with the first vessel Lomaiviti Princess 1 operating on Fiji waters in September, followed by Lomaiviti Princess 2 in 2013 and the recent Lomaiviti Princess 3, which will begin operations in a week's time. But he couldn't have done this without the support of his family. Gounder Shipping now has 4 branches around the country with 150 staff and crew members, with an additional 50 expected to join once Lomaiviti Princess 3 begins operation. Gounder's advice to budding and aspiring seafarers is to work hard and never let anyone discourage you.
Successful Fijians was brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Coming up next in sports, Rio Olympics has got national sevens team buzzing with excitement. And Krishna faces 3 months on sideline from an ankle injury. All that and more after the break.
Bula, I'm Dori from Nasinu Market. My choice is simple, Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
My name is Yvonne. I'm from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Sayandra, my name is Sunny. Only the Gold FM at Golden Point Resort, Raki Raki.
Hi, I'm Anna of Nasinu. When it comes to a radio, my choice is always Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Anna and I'm from Nandi. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Welcome back. This is FBC Sports. The novelty of participating in an Olympic Games is certainly not lost on the Vodafone Fiji 7 squad. Coach Ben Ryan is grateful for the opportunity to guide the team in sport's biggest showcase event in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil in August. Meanwhile, the national extended squad marches into camp next week to prepare for the Wellington Sevens tournament on the 30th and the 31st of this month. Fiji football wonder boy Roy Krishna is expected to be out of action for 3 months with an ankle injury. Krishna is tipped to lead the Vodafone Fiji Under-23 football side in the Rio Olympics. While Krishna's injury will be at the forefront of the Fiji Under-23 side's concern, coach Frank Farina believes the pressure remains on players in the squad to keep improving. Farina has until June to name the final squad and says all the players have been stepping up the mark to make the cut for the Rio Olympics.
I think all the senior players that we've got in here, would love to go to an Olympic Games. Who wouldn't? So, that decision won't be made until June, in June, in terms of the team itself and the 3 overage players. So, everyone has an opportunity. So, we've just got to wait and see who's performing, who's playing well.
The national Under-23 football side will depart the country next week for a 6-match tour of Spain. Top-class rugby is expected at the 2016 Bailey's Fiji Coral Coast Sevens in Singatoka next week. Organizers believe this will be one of the most competitive tournaments ever, with the high-caliber teams, both local and international, converging at Lawanga Park.
The Aussie Pearls, the reigning women's champions, are back, and also the Aussie Thunderbolts, who have been here a few years ago as well, so they're back as well. So they're trying to back up on the Central Coast Sevens wins, and they're trying to take on the Fijian teams. And then we also have Germany as a team coming from furthest away, and also USA Cerevi Selects Women, which is the shadow national team, and the Tonga men's team. See as many people as possible coming to the Coral Coast Sevens. Thursday is free entry, which is TFL Thursday, so free entry for everybody, and you have a chance to see the players and also some of our VIPs, so Lori Tungiri will be there.
Cricket is recording a slow but steady growth in the capital city. There are currently 16 teams registered under Suva Cricket Association, and officials even had to turn away interested players looking to join the competition.
Well, we hope that we have more grounds, because we have a lot of teams interested in trying to get into the Super competition, but the problem is the ground. Hopefully the ground at Albert Park, when the ground finishes at Albert Park, then we'll can accommodate for other teams that are really wanting to come into the competition.
Meanwhile, in the Perpetual Cup Challenge match yesterday, Punjabi Tigers defeated Como by 6 wickets. Fine weather apart from afternoon or evening showers were experienced over most places today. Severe tropical cyclone Ula intensified further to a Category 4 cyclone. It was located just to the east of southern Vanuatu of Fiji at 3 p.m. today and is anticipated to move towards the southwest. mostly 33 degrees from Suva to Savusavu. All centers recorded a high of 33 degrees today. Tomorrow there will be showers over Lau and Lomaiviti Group, the interior northern parts of the larger islands. Elsewhere, find apart from afternoon or evening showers and thunderstorms. An outlook for Tuesday, some showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands, afternoon or evening showers elsewhere. Before we go again, our main stories: Narere residents fear for their lives after continuous robberies and break-ins, Legal Aid Commission to expand its range of services, and Fiji's new Trade Commissioner to PNG, looking forward to taking up the new post. And on to this week's poll question, and we are asking, should Hosea Kolinisau captain the Fiji Sevens team to the Olympics? Visit our FBC website to take part. And you've been watching FBC News. I'm Akosita Tale. Good night.
Hi, my name's Liviana Valentine. I'm from Nandi, and Today FM rocks.
My name is Ateza. I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Krish. I'm from Tava. I like listening to Big Breakfast. Today FM rocks.
I'm Juliana. I'm from Lautaka, and I like listening to Today FM.
Hi, my name is Chelly. I live in Narere. Today FM rocks my grog and lollipop.
Bula, my name is So. I'm from Nabua. I like listening to Today's FM.
Bula, my name is Asilika from Raki Raki, and Today FM rocks with my flip-flops.
Today's hit music on Today FM.